Hi, this is Mark Littleton, the minister of the Word for the Athens Church of Christ, with today's 3-minute sermon. We have been looking at 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 and following, where Paul tells us all about love. And I've been saying this every day, but it's so interesting. He doesn't describe love as a feeling or as an emotion, but rather he describes it as an action. And that's because love truly is a verb. Love is reflected in what we do. He says in verse 4 of 1 Corinthians 13, love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. Today, I want you to focus with me on what Paul says at the end of verse 5, where he says, love keeps no record of wrongs. Some translations will render that, love is not resentful. It's so easy, isn't it, when someone does something to wrong us, they do something in some way to harm us, and we internalize that, and we can just stew on that for days and weeks and months and years, and we just let it fester inside of us. That isn't healthy, and Paul says that isn't loving. There will be times when we're hurt by others. That's just part of living in this world. There will be times when others disappoint us and wound us. The question is, what are we going to do with those things? Are we just going to let them fester within us, or are we going to deal with them as best we can and let them go and move on? Love keeps no record of wrongs. Love is not resentful. Think about the difference it would make in your marriage relationship, husbands and wives, if with each other you decided, you know what, we're not going to keep any record of wrongs in this marriage relationship. We're not going to be resentful people that are constantly bringing up things in the past that we have, in theory, moved on from, right? Think about the difference it would make in our families with our parents and our children if we didn't keep any records of wrongs. You could apply that in any and every area of relationships that we have with people, and there will be so much better if we decide, you know what, I'm not going to be a resentful person. If something needs to be dealt with, we'll deal with it, but then we'll move on. That doesn't necessarily mean that trust is always an automatic thing that's rebuilt, but you just don't let it stew and fester within you, because that will eat you up inside, and that certainly isn't the loving thing to do. Lord willing, we'll see you again tomorrow as we think about what love is based on what love does on another 3-minute sermon. God bless.